The Tom Phillips case has seen the media gagged by an injunction, with a judge yesterday extending a court order stopping certain details to do with the fugitive from being reported. Here to explain what that means, but also to look at the potential charges for any accomplices to this, is Bill Hodge, a retired law professor who's at the desk. Bill, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Let's start with this injunction. What is an injunction?
Well, first of all, an injunction looks forward. Generally, the law looks backward. What has happened? How can we repair the damage that has been done? Injunctions control people into the future. They're called extraordinary remedies. For example, a union wants to go on strike, they don't give notice, an injunction could issue by the employment court to stop the strike. So it's controlling people into the future. More frequently, of course, in your business, it's about controlling or preventing coverage of certain issues, whether it's privacy, family court, etc. So injunctions are extraordinary, and sometimes we don't know what's really behind them. But they're going into the future, and you can be in contempt of court for violating an injunction.
Bill, I'm going to leave that discussion there because we don't want to get fall over the top of that. But let's talk about the potential. Police have made very clear from the outset in this case that they think Tom Phillips has had some help. He's had accomplices. Right. Okay. What are you providing they find them, track them down? What are you charging them with, and how hard is it to prove something like that now that you have one person dead?
When you have, well, of course they're not accomplice to that because that happened at the end. Nothing has happened since then. But what he did perpetrate was an armed robbery and an armed or aggravated burglary. Aggravated robbery and burglary. Those are 14-year offenses. And if you are shown to have given assistance or comfort in order for this person to avoid arrest, then you are an accessory after the fact. And the punishment for an accessory after the fact, unless it's a life imprisonment for the main offense, is 5 years in jail. We're not talking about a traffic ticket. We're talking about a trial in the high court. We're talking about serious matters. Now, if I'm the police, it's one thing to provide the gas bottles, sleeping bags, food, a generator. It's something different, and I'm trying to be more serious here. Who gave him the rifle? Who gave him the ammunition? That's the most serious thing here. If I'm the police, I'm really going after that.
Guns potentially have a trace, a track to where they were purchased, who they were purchased by, that sort of thing.
You would hope that the guns can be traced. You would hope that whoever, well, that's a question mark. If people were providing him with ammunition, if people were providing him with the gun itself, I would be going, if I'm the police, I would be going after them and indicting them.
How hard is it going to be to prove something like that? Because you need evidence. This guy's in the bush, he's off the radar, there's no text messages, presumably.
I don't know how the police, I mean, full credit to the police for getting the work that they've done so far. And obviously they're going to have an inventory of material. Some of it might be tracked back to one particular point of sale, and they can find out who purchased it. But it's going to be very difficult, so the police have a mountain of work ahead of them. But I want to emphasize the main angle of inquiry should be the firearms and the ammunition.